Hey folks, thank you for tuning in into RT-Imports, Royal Tiger Imports. I'm Uli, this is Shaw. And folks, look what we have here today. Something really cool, something really rare. We only found a few pieces in Africa. But that's what's here, and Shaw, tell us a little bit more about it.
Sure. Well, we have some extremely rare early Czech full-size cartridge self-loading rifles. The one that's closer to us here is a Czech-made ZH29/32, otherwise known as a ZH32, and the one in front is a Czech. It's a ZK420S. These are both semi-automatic, 8mm firing rifles, and are, as I said, extremely rare stateside. There's only a handful of these 420Ss that made it over here, and only a few more of the ZH series rifles. So in a little bit, we'll get a close-up video of these, but these are an extreme rarity in the US.
So that's really cool stuff, and and Shaw will show you later on, they're everywhere. There is a Lion of Judah on there, so it's very interesting. And these guns must have come over there in the 1930s, actually, with the ZB30s and the ZB37s. And because the ZB26/30 magazine fits perfectly into this gun. So Shaw will show you more about it, and just let us know how you like the video, and also check out Ian McCollum's video with Forgotten Weapons. He goes also into details of these guns. So we will probably link the video, or at least on our website puts the video link map for you guys to take a look at. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. God bless, and God bless America.
All right, folks, let's get a closer look at these rifles. Starting with the ZH at the top here, you can see that this has a aluminum heat sink style front section of the front of the handguard area. You can also see that it has this two-piece style wood handguard. This was a later improvement made compared to the very early style of ZH rifles. Moving on, you can actually see, if we look up close here, there is an Ethiopian Lion of Judah mark on the side of the receiver. We can also see our Czech arsenal marks here. Of course, this is a Brno rifle. And this is a very solid milled receiver on this gun. This thing is made out of one large chunk of bar stock, and it's expertly machined. Moving on, we also have a ZB26 magazine currently in this rifle. As it came to us, it did not have its original magazine. The original magazines are significantly shorter, but the ZB26 magazines work interchangeably. Also, an interesting note about this particular rifle is that it uses a nose-in rockback style magazine. However, there is a toggle, for lack of a better term, at the front of the magazine catch that allows you to push the magazine in straight and it will lock as is. Pretty neat feature that you don't see on many rifles. Moving on to the top of the rifle, you can also see that it is if you look closely, a flapper locking style of action. So this, basically it is a tilting bolt that goes into the left side of the receiver recess, and the carrier, when it is pulled back, will pull the rear end of the bolt to the right and then pull it straight back from there. We also have our standard tangent style rear sight. And moving on, a pretty standard buttstock. Another thing to point out on this particular rifle, and while it is a bit hard to see, there is also another Lion of Judah proof mark at the base of the buttstock here, along with a serial number. And while it is a little bit hard to see, it is either 0014 or 00144. But this may be a serial number as low as 14. And moving on to the ZK420S, you can see, unfortunately, this one is a little bit rougher shape, but nonetheless, these are extremely rare stateside, so we're glad to get any ZK420Ss at this point. You can see the nice arsenal markings on the side. Uses a very similar tangent style rear sight, except this one is an aperture compared to a V-notch used on the ZH. This one is also serial number 30 and has the Czech arsenal markings as well. And it should be noted that they use their own proprietary magazines. Unfortunately, we do not have the magazine at the moment. You can also see that, unfortunately, the bolt is missing on this example. However, the other parts inside are remaining, including the carrier, and you can see that this has a very similar design to a Garand or an AK, using a tilting bolt along with the larger carrier on the outside. And you can also see that this is chambered in 7.92 millimeter, otherwise known as 8 millimeter Mauser. Thank you very much for watching. God bless.